Another wonderful rendition of the national anthem as we welcome you live inside the historic Hobart Arena along the banks of the Great Miami River as the Ohio High School Athletic Association proudly presents Division I varsity ice hockey as the Beavercreek Beavers invade the Troy Trojans. Hello everybody and welcome inside Hobart Arena. I am JT Zabo. Tonight the Trojans look to keep the winning ways going at home as they come into this game with a 3-2-1 record on home ice inside the historic Hobart Arena. A weekend split last weekend has the Trojans in good spirits to start 2021 the right way, but a very fierce Beavercreek Beavers hockey club stands between them and another victory. Tonight, the Beavercreek Beavers come in fresh off a second-place victory at the Winter Classic tournament last weekend at South Metro Ice and Inline as they were defeated in the title game last Sunday night by the eventual Kentucky State champion hockey club. Of course, the Beavers coming in with 2 wins against the Trojans this season. As we get set to go, the Trojans in their home white uniforms, courtesy of Rival Hockey, will skate the puck inside their own zone as it's picked up by Jesus Hernandez, and we're underway. Laid back inside the zone. Had some technical issues again in this old building this evening. We're going to work those out, but glad we can have you along for the ride tonight as the Trojans inside the Beavercreek zone and out to neutral ice. Here they come the other way. Stepping across the line was Bush. He'll work it back into the corner. A centering feed as that one was turned aside by the netminder. Starting between the pipes tonight, Austin Clark, number 30, the junior from Bradford, Ohio, making the game's first save. Here's Cameron Lombardo centering feed out in front of the Beavercreek net. Starting netminder for Beavercreek tonight, number 35, Ian Champagne. Not the county, not the beverage. It is the goaltender tonight as the Trojans control inside their own corner. Worked up the near wing. Beavers hit off the puck. Lombardo keeps it in. Big ice collision between Connor Sexton and Quinn Garrity allows the Beavers to get a quick change before that one's cleared back out to center ice and right back inside their own zone to Braden Cox. The captain sends it across the line. Rink-wide feed back into the Trojans' corner left wing side. Played again off the Dashers. He'll work it around the boards before this one comes back out. Again, intercepted by the Trojans as Sexton is going to toss it to himself. One of those rare plays. And work it back ahead. Rink wide. Off that shot. There's a deflection out in front as Champagne was out of his crease to play it back. And they'll work it around the boards on the right wing side. Held in at the line. Shoveled in off a backhander by the captain, Kellen Glover. Working it ahead again. Still on the half boards is Cole DeBross. Trying to tangle up down low with Cox. Works it around the short boards and takes a funny bounce off a stanchion as that one works its way around. Now on the half boards right wing side. Ahead. DeBross didn't see it in time. That one scooped back up this time by Braden Cox. And here comes the Beavercreek captain wheeling inside the Trojan zone. Backhander turned aside by the goaltender Austin Clark, and the Trojans regroup out of their own zone. 12 minutes and 21 seconds now to go in this scoreless first period as the Beavers onside at the line. Shot! That one saved low on the ice and gobbled up by the goaltender, and rightly so. And so we'll get a face-off inside the Trojan zone on the stick side of the netminder, Austin Clark. Face-off. Again, bobbled off the side and trying to get a whack at it was Riley Hansen, but fanned on the pass, and so they'll work it back into the near wing corner. Played up the near wing. At the point, held on. High shot, glove down, as if it was a pop fly. And so we'll get another whistle with just under 12 minutes to go here in this opening period. 11:55 on the big board here at Hobart. as the linesman Jim Boston dropping the puck. This one scooped up by the Beavercreek Beavers, worked up to the half wall. Garrity couldn't clear. This one right back in front, and he scores. A point-blank shot beats the goaltender Austin Clark that was a little too far back to be an effective stop on that one. And now head coach Rick Zabo having a chat with his club at the bench. Very similar to how we saw the hockey game start last Sunday night against Alter. That ended up being a 10-0 Alter night victory. And so head coach Rick Zabo trying to avoid a similar outcome tonight. As here's Gavin Burris. Sent that one rink wide, couldn't get it in time, but it's held on at the point. Centering feed now for Burris in the near wing corner. Works it up to Caden Lombardo, a shot, intercepted off a stick down low, and the Beavers are able to clear it all the way down as Michaela Smith was able to clear it momentarily before it's fired right back inside the zone. Outlet pass, rink wide, long stretch pass. Here come the Beavers, but the Trojans are able to get it first as Kellen Glover, the back check to get it back into the far wing corner. Scoop back up, this time by Glover, works it up to the half board. Smith blows a tire, can't keep it in, but finally does at the line. Cameron Lombardo battling for it down low into the corner. Now 10:50 to go in this opening period. 1-0 Beavercreek early. Here's Joey Brussel. Had his pocket picked, a shot right on as Donahue put that one into the breadbasket. Off a deflection of the goaltender Austin Clark, and the Trojans able to clear as both clubs will get wholesale changes. Short bench tonight for the Trojans as both Paff brother and sister combination added the lineup tonight, as Garrett Paff and Gabby Paff missed from the lineup, both for medical reasons, as tonight this one brought up the near wing. Ahead from the far side, fired back in by Elsner as that one plays out of the trapezoid and around the boards on the left wing side. Now ahead Hernandez, one touch for McGurk, who fanned on the pass. For this one clears all the way back out to neutral ice and regrouped, this time by the Beavers. Braden Cox, rink wide feed across the line in onside. Posting up into the circle, they'll drop it back into the corner as Lehman plays it up the boards. Right back and ahead and dishing it was Garrity. Had his stick lost for a moment, and that allowed the Beavers to tag up onside. 9 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in this opening period. Face-off played ahead. Off that hash mark. At the point of drive, as that one saved by Champagne, and he will hold on. And a good drive low on the ice for the Trojans, very similar to what the Beavers were able to ultimately beat Austin Clark with off that shot low on the ice. Played by Champagne, and the Trojans will win the draw. Back at the point, Glover sends it in and around the boards. Giving chase. Down low, Gavin Burris. Top of the circle, centering feed. Tried to get Brussel, but nobody had any room to go in the slot, and so that one will make its way back. Top of the circle, but not out. DeBras with a quick tip back into the corner. Shot turned aside by Champagne. He'll work it back into the corner. Now up to the point for Lombardo, a drive just wide of the net right. And that one will make its way to the Beavers' half boards left wing side. Now ahead for Caden Lombardo. Hits the shin pad down low of Cole DeBras and stays in the neutral zone, giving the Trojans a chance to regroup. Wholesale changes for the Beavers as Glover across the line. Drives the net, loose back. Finally covered up after a few jabs right there. And an excellent effort from the captain, Kellen Glover, to stop the clock now with 8 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in this opening period. And the face-off will remain inside the Beavercreek zone. On the glove side of Champagne, picked up by Garrity. Long pass into the slot, intercepted by the Beavers. Hit off the puck out from behind. Good back-checking effort there by Cameron Lombardo, but here come the Beavers. Inside the Trojans' end. Sexton plays it out off the wall. In front of the Beavers' bench, battling for it against the Dashers. Again for Hernandez, who tips it ahead. Played back to the point. Scooped up now by Carson Cox. Can't clear. Right back now for Sexton. A drive low on the ice. That one turned aside. Rebound back into the corner for Brussel. Trying to play it up the near wing. Couldn't get much on it, as that one sent rink wide again through center ice. And now here come the Beavers 2-on-2 as both clubs will finish changes across the line on side. A wrister turned aside by the goaltender Austin Clark. A wraparound attempt denied off the side of the cage short side. And the Trojans able to throw it around the short glass all the way down. And giving chase down low. Connor Sexton sends it ahead. Delayed offside as the Trojans will tag up at their own line. Off a line change, working it back. Now here come the Beavers again the other way. Trying to control. Up the near wing, held on by Lombardo as DeBras blows a tire out through center ice. That one back inside the Beaver zone. Is wrapping it around now is Carson Cox. Into the corner, tangled up. Now with Burris, trying to clear, finally does. Beavers now 3 wide. Joe Martin across the line, gets it out in front, dangling out in front, and there's Austin Clark getting collided with Thomas Bush. He's back into play, but doesn't have his stick. He doesn't have his stick, and finally able to locate that on the ice. A very, very tense moment there for the Trojans as they're able to force it back inside the Beavercreek zone. Beavers will regroup out of their own zone. Thomas Bush out to center ice before that's flicked in by Ethan Webb. Right wing corner, Lombardo battling along the dashers, trying to get a piece of it was Hansen. Finally does, scoops it up and sends it around. Top of the circle, drops it off at the point. There's Martin, intercepted by Sexton. Now here's Connor Sexton with the puck. He's able to strong-arm it all the way inside the Beavercreek zone as Molly Polachek knocks it away at the last second. Forced back, rink wide, centering feed. Out to center ice for Martin and over the line in onside. Tangling up with Hernandez, who's able to clear it all the way down. Now with under 6 minutes to go here in this first period, 1-0 Beavercreek off an early goal against the goaltender Austin Clark. Here come the Beavers back the other way. Number 15, Alex Elsner. Quite the big shoes to fill with that number, as the Beavercreek Hall of Fame athlete Lee McClure wore that number in his varsity days. Beavers can't clear their zone, allowing the Trojans to get a line change. Offsides is the call, and Cole DeBras is going to touch up. And so I believe the faceoff is going to stay in the neutral zone, directly in front of the Trojans bench. And it's won by DeBras. Gets it ahead now for Matty Logan before it's picked back up by the Beavers. Hernandez picks the pocket, sends it around to Brussel. Joey Brussel, outlet pass to center ice, picked back up by the Beavers. They'll toss it inside the Trojan zone. 5 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in this opening period. One-touch pass back to DeBras. A shot through a shin pad down low. Works it outside of the cage. Tossed away. McGurk a shot. Glove down. Goaltender is collided with his own defender. And a good shot from the far point by Mike McGurk, but it didn't have enough eyeballs to make it all the way back to Champaign between the pipes. And now stepping off sides is the call, but they're going to wave it off as the Trojans pick it up, and catching the Beavers on a change is Caden Lombardo. Left wing circle, sends it across, rink wide. Younger brother Cameron Lombardo, back for Garrity, a drive. Got just a glimpse of Champaign between the net. As Cameron Lombardo resets, back to the point. Now for Sexton in the slot, low shot, wide of the net, rebound half boards left wing side. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go. There's a shot right on from the point, ping-ponged off some skates down low as Kellen Glover keeps it in on the near wing side. Trojans getting a change on D as it's hemmed deep into the trapezoid behind Ian Champaign. Played around, still holding on to it was Braden Cox. Battling down low is Quinn Garrity, still with the puck loose. Finally squirts out at the last second off the short glass, back to the point and held on by Hernandez. Out from behind the net. 3 minutes and 37 seconds now to go here in this opening period. Trojans trail by a goal. And finally, the Beavers forced to ice this one all the way down now to stop the clock with 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in this first period. A bevy of offensive activity from the Trojans here in the last 90 seconds or so, challenging Ian Champagne behind the net. As finally the Trojans exercising their last change to put Matty Logan out on the ice to take the wing as the faceoff is won. Back by Gavin Burris, a shot right on, and that one saved by Champagne. And so we'll get the faceoff back inside the Beavercreek zone. Burris will take the draw once more. Again, one back to the point, but Hernandez can't keep it in, and now here's an odd man rush the other way for the Beavers. Short-handed on the play, was able to beat Mike McGurk, and Thomas Bush nearly got a shot before McGurk and Gavin Burris were able to back check. Here's a shot through traffic in front. Burris picks up the rebound before tossing aside into the corner. Right back off the short boards, and now up for Matty Logan at center ice. Logan plays it inside the zone. Trojans now getting a change as Logan giving chase behind the Beavercreek end. Drops it back now for Braden Cox and around on the far wing side on this breakout attempt. Beavers 3 wide, 4 wide now at the line. Racing in is Cox. Backhander saved by Clark. Rebound back into the near wing corner. Worked it up the near wing. Sexton over the red stripe and in onside. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in this opening period. What is shaping up to be more energetic here in the tailing moments of the opening frame. Beavers out to center ice. Scooped up by Hansen across the line. Right wing side. Back to the point for Lehman. Tossing it aside and losing that one to Quinn Garrity, who fires it quickly on net. And so that'll stop the clock with 2:09 to go here on the big boards at Hobart. The Trojans have to like the offensive pressure they're putting on the Beavers here, I would say, in the last 5 minutes or so of the first period. As Troy wins another faceoff inside the Beaver zone, but it's picked up by Donahue, who's able to carry it across the Trojans line left wing side. Under immense pressure there from Glover, sends it across, a shot from the point. Cox, rebound out in front. We'll stop the clock now with under 2 minutes to go. Here, 1:54 to go in this opening period as Troy will win yet another faceoff inside their zone. That's 4 in a row for the Trojans on the draw so far tonight. As Kellen Glover works it around the boards, now ahead for Sexton, left wing side. 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Glover through the middle, and he gets his pocket picked at the star. As the Beavers the other way, Elsner across the line, intercepted by Hernandez. Fans on the first attempt could not clear the zone, and so they'll work it back into their own corner. Glover quickly fires it 185 feet the other way. And so the icing was a bit of an unfortunate circumstance as Glover didn't quite see anywhere he could put that. And so the faceoff will remain inside the Troy zone as it's won back by the Beavers. Deflected out in front, that shot from Cox. Rebound on the left wing side as Burris giving chase. Couldn't hold on. Paddled aside by Clark. He'll work it out to Hernandez behind the net. Now around for McGurk the other way. Hit off the boards was DeBross. On the half board, scooped up by Hansen. Played around the Dashers. Here's Hansen out of the trapezoid. Throws on the brakes. Intercepted by Hernandez. Works it back to the corner as Bush plays it around the boards. Battling down low. Still trying to contain. Now top of the circle. Dishes off to the point for Cox. A drive as that one off the skate down low of Gavin Burris. Rebound now for Bush. Went rink wide, but nobody was there as that one intercepted on the side of the cage. Now a backhand feed off the side of the cage as Bush tried to put that one through. He'll hold on to his own rebound before throwing snow and firing this one high up and out of play. And they're going to rule that faceoff stays inside the zone as it was tipped off of a Trojan player. That one up off the protective mesh. And so the faceoff will remain inside the Trojan zone on the stick side of Austin Clark. One back at the point. There's a shot low on the ice. Clark made the initial save, held on to the rebound to keep the clock going with 17 seconds now to go here in this period. Garrity throws it in deep. Played around the Dashers. Sexton plays it into the corner. 8 seconds and counting. Centering feed out in front as that one was played by Champagne. Rebound back for Lombardo. Seconds are ticking. Tries the centering feed and just couldn't hold on to it. And a pretty entertaining finish to that first period. And so after 15 minutes of play, the Beavercreek Beavers holding on to a 1-goal lead against the Troy Trojans tonight. As we thank you for joining us on Facebook.com/Troy Hockey for this one and every Trojans home game this season long. While we got you in the action, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsors on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network, brought to you by Clopay, America's favorite garage door, Clopay. And by Troy Speech Therapy, Courtney Lombardo, SLP, in the Sherwood Shopping Plaza of Troy. Also by Rival Hockey, #BeTheRival for all of your uniform and hockey equipment needs. Rival Hockey has you covered. And by Popping Off Gourmet Popcorn on the Square in downtown Troy. By Minster Bank, the official banking provider of Troy Trojans Hockey. By Carl McPlumbing. He's punctual, he's professional, he's a plumber. And by Harlow Builders, a custom home builder and more in Troy, Ohio. And longtime sponsor of Troy Trojans Hockey, Canine Creations in Tip City, as we get set to begin second period action between these two hockey clubs. We are underway. The Beavers holding on to a 1-goal lead off an early goal against goaltender Austin Clark. Clark will cover up after that one. And so a quick start and stop to the second period. Just 10 minutes gone up on the big board. As the faceoff controlled by the Trojans, they finished that second period, or the first period, with 4 straight faceoff wins at the dot. Trojans have to like what they see there. As play inside the Beavercreek zone. Held on at the line. Right back into the far wing corner. Played by Cameron Lombardo up the near wing. Scooped up by Hansen. He'll hold on at the point. Sends it across now for Cox. Carson Cox a drive into the shin pad down low of Kellen Glover. And the Trojans are able to clear it. Back inside Beavers territory. In front of the bench, getting the Trojans on a line change. That one's offsides, and that'll force Beavercreek to tag up at their own line. A bit of a break there for the Trojans as Bush brings it inside the Troy zone. Played back into the corner, centering feed, tangled up down low by Glover. As Sexton plays it up against the Dashers. Back to help out is Hernandez, who wraps it around the Dashers now for Thomas Bush. At the point and held in. He's going to walk into the far wing corner. Centering feed, now down low for Cox. A shot, doesn't make it through. It was blocked by Sexton out in front. As Connor Sexton, the senior, able to finally carry it out to open ice. In front of the bench, some more of that blue-collar lunch pail hockey right there to just strong-arm it out of the zone. But here's a long stretch pass the other way now for Donahue, a drive wide of the net. Played it back into the far wing corner. Works it up the door. DeBras hit off the puck down low by Elsner. And so the Trojans will regroup back around on the other side with 13:10 to go here in this middle period from Hobart Arena. Trojans bringing in a winning record on home ice tonight, but have yet to beat the Beavers this season in 2 prior attempts. One in preseason to open the calendar, and recently 2 weeks ago at the Mayor's Cup as this one plays up the near wing. Here's Cole DeBras out of the corner, stripped away from the puck by Braden Cox, trying to contain, couldn't get it in time as the Beavers now out to center ice. 2 wide at the line. Throwing on the brakes was Donahue. Puts it back top of the circle. Heads up play, but can't keep it in the good side of the line. And so that'll force the Beavers back out to neutral ice, and they'll try it again. Does Donahue on the near side now. Posts up in the far side corner. All alone. Trying to do it himself is a shot from the point by Carson Cox, turned aside by Austin Clark, as Glover played it out of the corner. And now here comes Cole DeBross. One-touch pass up the wing now for Joey Brussel, who's able to fire it just wide of the net, played by Champagne on the side of his cage. 12 minutes now to go here in the second period. Matty Logan strips it away, loose puck out in front. Trying to battle for it was Cameron Lombardo, and a heads-up play by Logan to nearly tie this hockey game. But here come the Beavers the other way. Too wide at the line. Works it off. Waffle board save as Bush picks up his own rebound momentarily, and now here comes Troy the other way. Centering feed the other way, intercepted by the Beavers. In on the line, it's Hansen, a drive just wide off the high glass as the Trojans will regroup. Here's Kellen Glover, had the puck knocked away at the last second in front of the bench, and now the Beavers. An onside play on the left wing side. Dangling it down low off the high glass, just wide of the net. That rebound's going to make it all the way down inside the Beavercreek zone. And that will allow the Trojans to finish their line change as the loose puck nearly intercepted by Gavin Burris. Picked back up by Cole DeBross and across the line. A wrist shot into the breadbasket of the goaltender, Ian Champagne. And that will stop the clock at 10:56 to go here in the second period. As head coach Rick Zabo again putting on a couple extra legs, using that last change opportunity in to take the draw inside the Beavercreek zone is Gavin Burris on the stick side of Champagne. One back by the Beavers. Logan gives chase into the near wing corner, battling against the boards. Back from Matty Logan, who's able to fire it around the boards into the corner. Picked up by Gavin Burris. Now to the point, a shot from McGurk as that rebound came hard off the waffle board, it looked like. The blocker pad of Ian Champagne before this one sent all the way back inside the Troy zone. Turned aside by the goaltender Austin Clark. Now up the wing. That was intended for Logan, finally out at the line, but not clear as the Beavers are able to get that one back inside the Trojan zone, and Mike McGurk will send that 185 feet the other way. And so the icing against the Trojans will bring the faceoff back inside the Trojans' end. 10:14 to go here on the big board at Hobart in the second period. Trojans trail by just a goal, and you have to like the momentum that we've seen so far here. And so the drive right there from the point was gloved down by the netminder Austin Clark, so we'll do this one all over again. As it's controlled off the side of the cage, battling down low was Hansen. Off the boards, held in at the point off of Quinn Garrity, as he's able to get it back. Now up on the half boards and out to center ice. Stretch pass now ahead for Webb. He'll retreat back inside his own zone with Sexton giving chase. That rink-wide feed ahead now for Hansen across the line in onside. Top of the circle, shoots and scores! And just like that, the momentum the Trojans had dissipates off a clearing shot that beats goaltender Austin Clark 5-hole with 9 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this second period. Not something you want to see with the offensive opportunities the Trojans have had early in this hockey game. That a goal such as that makes a difference, and now the Trojans face themselves a 2-goal deficit as Kellen Glover plays it off the far wing. Inside the Beavercreek zone, there's Cole DeBross, tosses it up with a hand, works it back around, as now here come the Beavers the other way. Bortis across the line, fires a shot. Bortis picks up the rebound off the side of the cage. Hansen gets credit for the goal as Cole DeBross tries to clear at the Trojans line but cannot. Works it back in front of the head coach Rick Zabo's Trojan bench. Still battling against the Dashers. As that one forced ahead by Kellen Glover. Top of the circle. Shot just wide off the high glass. Rebound back to Brussel, who holds it in on the far side point. Now for Hernandez. In through the slot. Tries to contain. DeBras couldn't pick up the loose puck. And this one back out to center ice as Mike McGurk fires it off a stanchion. Play continues as they're going to rule it inbounds. And here come the Beavers the other way. Alex Elsner across the line. Here's a wrister stopped by the goaltender, Austin Clark. And so we'll get a line change now with fresh legs for the Trojans. 8 minutes and 26 seconds to go. And the faceoff remains inside the Trojans' end. Beavers win it back into the far corner. Battling down low was McGurk. Had Hansen tangled up against the Dashers as Lombardo has his pocket pick. There's a centering feed, but a good effort from his bum to knock the puck away at the last second as Hansen battles on the half-board's right wing side. With the puck, walks in, side of the cage, rebound, out from behind the trapezoid, a big bouncing pass, scooped up by Thomas Bush. He'll glove it down and work it back into the near wing corner as Lombardo gives chase. Younger brother Cameron Lombardo able to poke it away as well as here's Connor Sexton at the line. Forcing it ahead, now rushing across the line. Sexton a drive, low on the ice. Champagne comes way out to play it. And so that'll stop the clock now with 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this second period. And the faceoff will come down inside the Beavercreek end. And so off this drive, intercepted, loose puck out in front, shoots! Where is the puck? They say it was in. The wave off from the referee right there as the net was knocked off the moorings. A lengthy discussion going on there as it looked like the puck was going to be pushed in by the goaltender, Ian Champagne. The question is when did the net get knocked off the mooring? And from this angle, very difficult to tell. Nonetheless, they are going to say that it is no goal. And the faceoff is going to remain inside the Beavercreek zone. And so the Trojans will win it back on the point. That one hit off a skate down low as Donahue winces in pain. He'll work it on the near wing side now for Gavin Burris. Played on the near wing. Burris couldn't contain. Stretch pass the other way. Now for Donahue across the Trojans line. He'll throw it out into the slot as Bordas is shot wide. Rebound out in front. Trojans trying to clear the traffic in the slot as it works its way back on the near wing side. Beavers able to walk right in on that one as it's played now by Elsner. He'll work it across, scooped up by Bordas. He'll work it again off the far side half boards, given chase by Lombardo. A drive from the far circle, glove down by the goaltender. And so that'll stop the clock with 6 minutes and 49 seconds to go here in the second period. Trojans facing a 2-goal deficit. One goal in each period at nearly the same time. As the faceoff controlled by the Beavers. On the left wing side, Carson Cox works it back into the far wing corner before this one stopped up through the slot. Picked back up at the last minute, and that one blocked by Connor Sexton, giving the Beavers opportunity back at their own line. Working it ahead, out of the corner. Battling it down low was Jesus Hernandez. Now for Molly Polachek. Polachek battling into the far corner. Has her pocket picked, is walking in on the side of the cage. Down low was Hansen, a shot turned aside by Clark. Rebound back to the point. Down low on this low cycle. Hansen scoops it up. Little tug from behind from McGurk. No call from the official as McGurk comes away with it, and they're going to say it's I don't know what it is. It's a timeout is what it is. We have a timeout on the ice as head coach Rick Szabo calling timeout with 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the second period. Clearly not liking what he saw there. The initial whistle looked like it could have been called a hand pass, but it was inside the Trojan zone, so I'm not quite sure what the actual call was on the play. But nonetheless, it gives the Trojans an opportunity to adjust their tactics ever so much. And so head coach Rick Szabo having a very detailed conversation and so while we have this break in the action, we'll take a look at upcoming games for the Trojans. They finished this 4-game homestand on the 10th of January as the Mason Comets come inside Hobart Arena. That's a 5:45 game. We'll have that for you right here on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network on Facebook.com/Troy Hockey. Hopefully you can join us for that. As with all of the COVID guidelines, having the live streaming working when it does is quite the blessing for this hockey club. As a shot deflected up and out of play. And that another souvenir for a socially distanced fan, provided by OGP, the official game puck of the Troy Trojans. Visit them online at ogp.com. As the face-off inside the Trojans' end, won by the Beavers, shot wide of the net off the end boards. They'll play it up the near wing. Back out to center ice. Intercepted again by Gavin Burris, who plays it off the wing. Now 3 wide at the Beavers line. Turned aside by Cole DeBras. He'll hand it off now for Gavin Burris. Hit off the puck at the line. This one right back to Caden Lombardo, who's quick to fire it in. DeBras tags up the Beavercreek line. And that one hit off the stick of Gavin Burris. Right back to Joey Brussel. A centering feed. Loose puck out in front. Couldn't get it in time. He was able to pick it off with those football-like hands of his. And that off-season 2-a-day training paid off big on the hockey rink there for Gavin Burris. With 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this second period. Working out to center ice. Thomas Bush at the Trojans line. Hit off the puck by Connor Sexton as they'll battle on the half boards. Cycling it down low now for Hansen, who posts up with the puck. Sends it back to the point. Bottling the puck was Webb, but he'll hold on. Backhand feeds it into the far wing corner as it's wrapped back into the near side. Beavers with a 2-goal lead. Off of a goal in each period so far. Try to clear that ahead. Held on by Braden Cox. Gets it back down for Hansen down low. Point-blank shot. Saved by the goaltender, Austin Clark. And that will stop the clock now with 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go here in this second period. And so the face-off inside the Trojans' end. That shot skitters across the crease, works it back into the near wing corner. Big hit there as Mike McGurk knocks his man off the puck. This one head man to head by Sexton. 3 wide at the Beavercreek line as Sexton a shot. Tried a centering feed. He had Logan on the doorstop. Couldn't get it in time, and now here come the Beavers back the other way. 2 wide across the line. Here's a shot right on and turned aside by the goaltender Austin Clark as they'll play it around. Back on the near side. Here's Donahue with the puck. Throws on the brakes on the far side circle. Stripped away by Connor Sexton. As Sexton battles for it on the red stripe. Fires it inside the Beavercreek zone. 3 minutes and 45 seconds and counting here in this second period as the Beavers stretch it past. Now on the other wing side, it's Bordas. Top of the circle, fires it just wide of the net. Rebound, left wing circle. On this low cycle, stripped away by Gavin Burris. Burris Works it inside the Beavercreek zone. Is breaking down the wing was Cole DeBras, who was able to keep it in momentarily before this one picked up by Hansen. And out to center ice for the Beavers. Left wing side. Here's Riley Hansen. Throws on the brakes. Puts it into the far corner. Scores! And so it's a 3-0 hockey game with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. They're going to give this one to Riley Hansen, assisted by Braden Cox. Again, the goal coming at 3:10 in the second period. And so 3-0 here in the second period as that's touched with a high stick. Play continues as it was hit by Trojan forward. And now the Beavers back inside the Trojan zone. Wide of the net. Rebound near wing side. That one hits off the short glass. And so the face-off will remain inside the Trojans' end. Under 3 minutes to go here in this second period. And it's controlled by the Beavers on the left wing side. Played around the Dashers. There's Garrity. He's able to fire it all the way down. And so the icing call will bring the face-off all the way back inside the Trojans' end. No line changes on either side, as it'll be Cameron Lombardo stepping in to take the draw for the Trojans opposite of Riley Hansen as Hansen wins it back to the point. Here's Carson Cox, dishes it back into the corner for Bush. Throws on the brakes, now a high cycle back to the point, off a stick but held on. Intercepted at the last second by Quinn Garrity, who's able to come away with the puck now up the wing for Connor Sexton, who quickly fires it inside the Beavercreek zone with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Sexton nearly picked up his own rebound as the loose puck skitters out on the top of the circle, but the Trojans weren't able to hold on, but were they? As coming in was the captain, Kellen Glover, centering feed out from behind the trapezoid to Connor Sexton was a no-go, and now here come the Beavers back the other way. Across the Trojans line, Riley Hansen, a drive, stopped by Clark at the last moment as Hansen sidesteps a hit with his own rebound. Trojans trying to do whatever they can to knock him off the puck. Finally do, off the doorstop, played off the side of the cage. Again, right back to the point. Here's Braden Cox, a drive wide of the net off the end boards. Rebound into the half wall. Cameron Lombardo, Joey Brussel, all battling for it along the Dashers. Finally picked up by Cameron Lombardo up the wing. Now out to center ice in front of the Trojans bench with 90 seconds to go here in this second period. 3-0, picked up by Joey Brussel. He'll catch on a line change back for Gavin Burris. Shoots, scores! Gavin Burris breaks the scoring seal, pops it top shelf past goaltender Ian Champagne and cuts the Beavercreek lead back to 2. We'll go downstairs for the official word from Roger Mumpower. Burris getting credit for the goal, his first tonight as he scoops up the loose puck out of the neutral zone. Brussel gets the assist for the Trojans. Now 1 minute left in the second period, 3-1. Beavercreek in the lead as there's a shot wide to the left off the end board. Scooped back up by Brussel. DeBras was looking for a pass, wasn't going to get it as the Beavers put a backhander in on the goaltender, and that will stop the clock now. Inside the Trojans end now with just 46.4 seconds to go here in this second period. And it'll be Cameron Lombardo to take the face-off. He's got Sexton and Garrity on his wing. As that one played off the far side boards by Donahue. 40 seconds to go here in this middle period. As it's wrapped around by the Trojans on the near wing side. Held on at the line by Webb. Forced back on the half boards to Hernandez. Forces it into the corner before Mike McGurk sends it across. McGurk back ahead for Sexton. Couldn't get it in time as a shot right on. Saved by the goaltender. And that will stop the clock with just 19 seconds up on the big board. And so in to take the face-off for the Beavers, Riley Hansen wins it back, but it's picked up by Mike McGurk. Forward scoop back up by Hansen on the dot. Has his pocket picked by Gavin Burris. Now a 3-on-2 the other way. Too wide across the Beavercreek line as Gavin Burris works that shot back into the far corner. 2 seconds, 1 second. And that will do it. And so 2 periods of hockey in the books tonight. It is the Beavercreek Beavers 3, the Troy Trojans 1, from the Hobart Arena in downtown Troy. Glad to have everybody along for the ride tonight between these 2 hockey clubs in a conference battle. And it's all because of our official partners, Clopay, the official garage door provider of the Troy Trojans. And by Troy Speech Therapy, Courtney Lombardo, SLP, in the Sherwood Shopping Plaza in Troy. And by Rival Hockey, search for them online at Be The Rival. Also by Poppin' Off, gourmet popcorn and ice cream on the square in downtown Troy. And by Minster Bank, the official banking provider of your Troy Trojans. By Carl Mick Plumbing. He's punctual, he's professional, he's a plumber. And by Harlow Builders, a custom home builder and more in Troy, Ohio. Longtime sponsor of Trojan Hockey, Canine Creations in Tip City. And as always, the Ohio High School Athletic Association reminds you to respect the game. Coming up for the Trojans, they finish this 4-game homestand on January 10th as they host the Mason Comets here at Hobart Arena. We'll have that game for you as well, as we are going to step aside for intermission activities as the Troy Trojans and the Beavercreek Beavers will conclude 3 of action. We are back online. And we're going to make a go of this thing here as we get set for period number 3 between the Beavercreek Beavers and the Troy Trojans. As we are underway here for period number 3 as we welcome you back inside Hobart Arena. The shot turned aside by the goaltender Noah Carver, who is starting this 3rd period in relief of starting netminder Austin Clark, who Rick Zabo has decided he's seen enough so far tonight. Is DeBrasa shot wide of the net on the new ice. That one intercepted by McGurk. Now back for DeBras. Side steps off this deke back into the far wing corner. And it's Cole DeBras. Sends that one on the side of the cage. Rebound back to Gavin Burris, who picked up the lone Trojan goal in that 2nd period. Now ahead for Hernandez, who fires it back inside the Trojan end. Laid down lower to the far wing corner. Off the side of the cage. That one will regroup back. Now for Burris. Still trying to hold on to it. Couldn't get it in time. As now here come the Beavers back the other way. A shot. Paddled aside. Out from behind the net by Noah Carver. As this picked up by Riley Hansen. Worked it back to the point. Now for Bush. Centering feed. Carver save. Rebound. Loose puck. Out from behind him. And And the accolades raining down on the freshman netminder Noah Carver, making 3 very quick point-blank saves to keep the scoring deficit at 2. And so that face-off controlled off the face-off top by the Beavers. Shot right on, played into the far wing corner. Scooped up by Glover. He'll work it out now for Sexton on the near wing. Clear but not out. Scooped back up by the Beavers. At their own line, under pressure from Garrity. He hands it back off for Donahue. Under pressure now, 2 wide. Sends it rink across for Cox. A shot. Loose puck out in front. Knocked away by Glover. Rebound. Turned aside by Carver. And this one played up the near side. Out for Garrity and out to center ice as he'll fire it across the red stripe and all the way down. 13:03 to go here in this final period of regulation as the Trojans need to come up from a 3-1 deficit. Here comes Bortis across the Trojans line, left wing side, drops it back down low for Elsner, couldn't get it in time as it's scooped again by the Trojans. Cameron Lombardo up the near wing, hit off a weird glass stanchion, but a big hit on Elsner knocks it out to center ice, and now here's Connor Sexton, a clearing pass, turned aside by the goaltender Ian Champagne, and back around on the near wing side. Ahead, intercepted by Burris. There's a shot. Champagne didn't have it. Loose puck out in front of Sexton. Shot, second, rebound, score! And just like that, the Trojans are back within 1. 12:19 to go in the third period. Good old-fashioned hard work in front of the net leads the Trojans to within striking distance of the Beavercreek Beavers. As this one played around the Dashers by McGurk, working it up to near wing. Russell gets credit for the goal. Connor Sexton getting one of the assists, as well as Gavin Burris on Joey Brussels' goal, as that one flipped up and out of play. And so, that another souvenir puck for a lucky socially distanced fan. Limited attendance tonight due to the ongoing COVID regulations. Brought to you by OGP, the official game puck provider of the Troy Trojans, as there's a shot from the slot off the side of the cage. Rebound out from behind the trapezoid and around the boards on the near wing side. Played it out. Here's Riley Hansen with the puck out from behind the net. The centering feed intended down low for Cox is a shot right on off the side of the blue paint. And the hockey gods are smiling on that one as it meanders its way back to the point. Into the corner, Hansen under pressure from Jesus Hernandez. Rink-wide feed off the edge of the cage. Works its way back to the half boards. It's a big hit by DeBras. Works that one ahead. Now here comes a 2-on-1 the other way for the Trojans. Lombardo a shot. Loose puck down for Garrity. He'll control it, top of the circle. Feathering pass back into the net. And you can feel the energy coming back into this building after that second Trojan goal. It is palpable inside this building, and you can see the players on the bench are responding to that. And I think a lot of it comes into the early goaltending at the start of the period from Noah Carver. Really sets the mood in this hockey game, and you're seeing it now in action as the Trojans play it out of the Beavercreek zone. 10 minutes and 58 seconds to go here in regulation as the Beavers are across the line in onside. There's Elsner, a shot off the high glass. Rebound to Sexton at the point but not out. Again now for the captain, Kellen Glover. Couldn't see it in time, but finally is able to get it up ahead for Sexton and work it out in front of the Beavercreek bench as it finally kicks away to Donahue, who's able to play it inside the Trojans' end. Here comes Glover the other way, 3-on-2. Trojans will curl off for a change as Glover gets that one in off a stick. Works its way back to the point. Played ahead by Gavin Burris, fresh from the bench, couldn't contain as now Donahue across the Trojans line, hit with a shoulder from Kellen Glover. And now here come the Trojans the other way. Quick shot right on by Sexton. Turned aside by Champagne. They'll work it back into the left wing corner on this low cycle now for Cox. Up the half boards. Hands it back off as the Beavers in front of their own bench across the Trojans line, and back checking was Gavin Burris to knock it loose before Sexton off the dashers to himself and a head out to Gavin Burris. Again, too wide at the Beavercreek line as Burris sends it across in the slot. Couldn't get it in time. And so the Trojans retreating back inside their own zone is giving chase with Cole DeBras. The big hit along the half boards, left wing side. Back again for Kellen Glover. He'll play it into the corner and a big hit there by Gavin Burris, knocks it off the puck as Hansen goes flying into the corner. Played again for Brussel. Hansen fans on the shot, right back for Mike McGurk, out from behind his own net and around the dashers out to center ice. 9 minutes and 20 seconds now to go here on the big boards as the Trojans will get changes. Beavers will send this all the way down, and icing the call against the Beavercreek Beavers will bring the face-off back inside the Beavercreek zone with 9 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in this third period. And so it'll be Cameron Lombardo from the bench to take the draw, with Sexton coming in on his wing. As Lombardo wins it back to McGurk at the point, he'll fire it around off the boards and out from behind the net. Quinn Garrity playing it off the dashers. Freshman hit off the puck as the Beavers now ahead. On the right wing side, held in at the line by Mike McGurk. Now for Sexton, down low, out from behind the trapezoid, sends it out in front, now to the point as Lombardo fires it back inside the zone. Sexton tries to get it now for Garrity, couldn't get it in time, as here come the Beavers back the other way. Racing back with it was Lombardo. Hits that one back into the point as Thomas Bush gets knocked off the puck, and the rink-wide centering feed back for Cox. Throwing it back into the far corner. Trying to play in, here's Riley Hansen. Works it up the near wing. Sexton is all over him as he's able to strong-arm it out to center ice. And there's that lunch pail blue collar hockey coming back into play for the Trojans. As an errant pass knocked that one again. And shot right on. Bush couldn't get it on net. And so it'll retreat all the way back inside the Trojans' end as both clubs will finish line changes. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go in a big open ice collision right there. Had that one in front of the Trojans bench. Taken out of the play on that one was Joe Bordas, still slow to get back to the bench. He'll be taken a look at by the trainer, Justin Perkins, as this one works it out to center ice the other way. Elsner across the Trojans line, sends it across for Donahue, intercepted by Troy, and now here comes Joey Brussel the other way. He'll fire it quickly inside the Beavercreek zone and around to Molly Polachek, who plays it into the far wing corner. Polachek up the near wing. Back now for Cole DeBras, stripped away at the last moment by the Beavers, and here comes Thomas Bush with it the other way. Hit off the puck, that's going to be an offsides is the call. And so the face-off will remain in the neutral zone, as the Trojans will get last change on the play. As in to take the draw is Cameron Lombardo. Wins it back, but intercepted by Matty Logan. The shot right on by Connor Sexton. Now for Logan in the far wing corner. She'll play it ahead for Cameron Lombardo. On the near side, the sophomore had his pocket picked as here comes Riley Hansen the other way. A shot into the paraphernalia of Mike McGurk down low as Kellen Glover giving chase. Hit off the puck on the half boards left wing side. Playing it around the dashers, couldn't get it in time, but here's Thomas Bush, centering feed, loose puck out in front of the crease, as that one was knocked away at the last second by McGurk, finally covered up, and he shot wide off the empty net. As the crowd goes wild on that play, the Trojans try to clear but cannot. Mike McGurk still trying to battle down low with Hansen, into the corner, battling against the boards, gets away with a late call after the play, as play continues. Intercepted down low in front. Here's Connor Sexton. Excellent effort right there, Sexton. at the red stripe, holds onto it before he fires it in and gives chase. Matty Logan giving chase as well, giving the Trojans a chance to change lines. 6:08 to go. Here's the centering feed out in front. Nobody was home, but here come the Beavers the other way as Donahue across the line. He's got Elsner on the wing. Donahue shot, rebound, save made by Noah Carver. Noah Carver makes the save of the game to keep this a one-goal hockey game. And he gets the appropriate level of accolades from his teammates on that one, who respect the save that was just made to keep this a 3-1 hockey game. 5 minutes and 51 seconds to go. You talk about home ice advantage so much in hockey, but there is no home ice advantage like Hobart Arena, and the Trojans are certainly using every bit of it tonight against the league-leading Beavercreek Beavers, as they'll work it up the near wing. 5 minutes and 32 seconds to go here in regulation as DeBras forces it deep inside the corner. Played around the Dashers. They'll work it up the near wing. Here's Joey Brussel. Big help on that second Trojan goal. Couldn't contain as Donahue skates with it out of his own zone on the left wing side. Under pressure from Burris, finally chips it ahead as that's picked up by Braden Cox, and the captain will step across the Trojans' line and shoots it. And so a tough goal right there, beating Noah Carver top shelf, stick side, with 5 minutes and 4 seconds to go here in the third period, and the lead for the Beavers back to 2. And so the face-off at center ice will be taken by Cameron Lombardo. And it's won back by the Beavers. They're going to give that one to Braden Cox, the goal. Donahue gets an assist on that goal to make it 4-2 Beavercreek here in the third period. Working it out from behind, Ian Champagne battling down low. It's Quinn Garrity knocked off the puck, and here come the Beavers back the other way. Too wide across the Trojans line. Forcing it in was Bush. That one saved, made by the goaltender, who made sure that he had it. Had a little help from the defense right there as Jesus Hernandez came in to make sure nothing squeaked out behind the goaltender, Noah Carver. And so the face-off will be inside the Trojan zone off a delay. Maybe. As not quite sure what's going on here. As we still have a delay here, with 4 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock. The face-off will be inside the Trojans' end. And this is serving as a decent time saver for the Trojans to catch their breath with a face-off inside their own zone. Won by the Beavers back into the far wing corner. Played up the near wing now for Connor Sexton. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here and counting in this third period. Trojans trail the Beavers by a pair. Working it out on the far side half board. Scooped up again by Bush. One hand. He'll hold on to it. Pass off the half boards. Intercepted momentarily by McGurk, but he's able to skate right past him. Here's Bush. Shoots, blocked out in front by Kellen Glover, sprawling out to help his netminder. And there's putting the body on it right there is Kellen Glover blocking a second shot in a row. Trojans clear, but not out as that one hops up and out of play. And so the crowd letting Kellen Glover know his hard work did not go in vain. And so the face-off remained inside the Trojans' end with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in this third period of regulation from Hobart Arena in downtown Troy. Glad to have you along on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network on Facebook.com/Troy Hockey as here comes Gavin Burris. Deeks the hit at the top of the line, momentarily holds on and keeps it inside the Beavercreek zone as they'll battle for it along the boards. Finally cleared by the Beavers and a delayed penalty coming. And that's going to go against the captain, Mike McGurk. Right in front of the referee. Hard to miss that one. And so that'll give the Beavers the first power play of the game tonight. A very low penalty affair. As in the box, Captain Mike McGurk, a 2-minute minor for slashing. 3:13 here of the third period. Trojans on the penalty kill for the first time tonight. As that one worked it out to Thomas Bush. He'll hold on to it. Down low off the circle. Poke checked away by the goaltender Austin. Noah Carver, who came out of his net to play that one. And that's back to Riley Hansen. Into the near wing corner. Hansen holds on to it. Back into the corner. Still trying to deke with the puck. Loses it. Back for Lombardo, and he's able to clear the ice. All the way down. 2 minutes and 36 seconds to go. A no call behind the play as the Troy bench not happy with that one. Nonetheless, play continues. Glover giving chase out from behind the net. Works it out of the trapezoid back on the left wing side. Top of the circle. Hansen gives it back for Cox. Now again, Donahue a shot wide of the net. Rebound back into the near side half boards. Picked up by Bush. He'll hold on to the puck in the slot before curling into the corner. There's a loose puck out in front, cleared away by the Trojans. And with 2 minutes to go in regulation, they're able to send it 180 feet the other way and get a line change as the Beavers on the power play for another 37 seconds. Trojans penalty kill on the ice as Bush couldn't get much on it. Tries a centering feed, and the Trojans clearing again now with 25 seconds on that penalty to Mike McGurk for slashing. Is giving chase was Quinn Garrity. Short-handed. Good effort there inside the Beaver zone. Excellent penalty kill for the Trojans so far as they'll work it across now for Hansen, and a big hit there. Knocked off the puck by the captain, Kellen Glover, and the Trojans able to clear with 1:15 to go. They return to full strength and have killed off that Beavercreek penalty as McGurk, holding on to the puck, fresh from the penalty box, is able to get that all the way down inside the Trojans' end, and an excellent penalty kill there for the Trojans. Out of their own zone, regrouping, there's Donahue. Nearly hit off the puck, but he'll step across the Trojans' line and take a hit, drops it back now for Elsner, a shot, and that one held on to. Down low, and they'll get a face-off inside the Trojan zone. 48.9 seconds to go here in regulation. The face-off will remain inside the Trojans' end. Controlled off the dot. Here's Elsner. Tried to control, couldn't get it in time. As there's a shot right on wide of the net. 38 seconds to go here in regulation. Hit off the Dashers. Back to the Beavers. There's a shot. Loose puck. Just side of the cage. Elsner tried to whack at it and couldn't. As that'll work its way out from behind the net. Played again off the Dashers. Back into the corners. McGurk's going to take another penalty. And the Trojans not happy with that penalty. As you hear from the bench. Not pleased at all with that penalty. We haven't seen any penalties pretty much the entire evening. And here at the tail end of regulation, we're getting a couple that at least the Troy bench is not satisfied with. Nonetheless, back in the penalty box is Mike McGurk. 2 minutes with just 10 seconds to go. Here's Cameron Lombardo. Clearing shot, picks up his own rebound. Empty net for the Trojans as Carver comes out of the net for the extra attacker. 5-on-5 hockey as the time will expire. And that is it for regulation. The Troys stayed in it. Bruins in attendance tonight, certainly congratulating the Trojans as they make their way to the end. But an excellent effort by the Troy Trojans tonight. Your final score, 4-2 against the league-leading Beavercreek Beavers, as both clubs will salute each other at center ice and salute the fans. A final score inside the historic Hobart Arena tonight. The Beavercreek Beavers will defeat the Troy Trojans by a final score of 4-2. That will give the Trojans a home ice record even kilt at 3 wins, 3 losses, and 1 overtime loss. Again, 2 weeks ago to the Sycamore Aves. The Trojans finished their homestand, a 4-game homestand, on January 10th as the conference opponent Mason Comets invade Hobart Arena for a 5:45 start. Here, we'll have that game for you on the Troy Trojans Hockey Network. Lots of hockey still to come in 2020, and we'd like to thank our partners for making it all happen. I'd like to thank Clopay, America's favorite garage door. Also by Troy Speech Therapy, Courtney Lombardo, SLP in the Sherwin Shopping Plaza of Troy. Also like to thank our friends at Rival Hockey. Rival. Search them online at #BeTheRival. Also like to thank Poppin' Off, gourmet popcorn and ice cream on the square in downtown Troy, the official popcorn provider of Troy Trojans hockey. Also like to thank Minster Bank, the official banking provider of Troy Trojans hockey. And by Carl Mick. It's Carl Mick. Also like to thank Harlow Builders of Troy. And longtime supporter of Troy Trojans hockey, Canine Creations in Tip City for their support. As always, the Ohio High School Athletic Association reminds you to respect the game as the Trojans falling to a very, very tough Beavercreek Hockey Club tonight. Your final score, 4-2. For our entire crew up here at Hobart Arena, working tirelessly to keep us on the air tonight despite all the technical errors, our engineer, Benjamin Daniel, and John Wyatt, as well as our executive producer, Riley, and associate producer, Lily. For everybody up here at Hobart Arena, including athletic director David Palmer, I'm JT Zabo. Until the 10th, when the Trojans battle the Mason Comets. Good night, everybody.